What up? You are now tuned into RTO Podcast. I'm your boy Mike Knox.
They call me the Dutchie, man.
I'm Staf, BEY.
And you're here with us again on Restore the Order. This is an episode that is dear to me because we get a chance to tap into the cast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the creators, the owners. You know what I'm saying? The guys.
We're business owners.
I mean,
business owners.
You know,
we ain't shooting from the hip.
I mean, the co-hostess with the mostest. You know what I mean? My guys, man.
Forget about it.
So, you know, guys, I wanted to, because a lot of people been DMing all of us. Right?
Yeah.
And they've been like, yo, what made y'all start? You know what I'm saying? What made y'all start? And just for the viewers, for y'all to understand, I posted this today. We are not friends. We're family. We have a brotherhood that we go by. It started with us having a usual conversation about just life and us just powwowing with each other about Staf having his artists and Knox moving around doing what he's been doing and them being on my lid about me being creative. And from that conversation, we was like, damn, it's a lot of missing order. And one of us said, damn, well, let's restore the order. And I think a light bulb went over top of all our heads, and we was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Why not do it? I think because we all been around this music industry and everything that's going on with it for so long.
Yeah.
That we all have our own points and views, and they all kind of they go like this, but they all kind of come back and connect some type of way where we understand each other, right? And I think we all have the understanding of what the city is and what the city once was and what the city is missing as far as like bringing things together, you know what I'm saying? Or even if it's just about coexisting, you know what I'm saying? Like having a universal front to really bring this shit together, because it takes more than one person and more than one team to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, like the episode that we did, that we released before we released this one, when we talked to Stevie G a few weeks ago.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what we're doing is we're continuing to show people what Philadelphia as a whole was like in the beginning,
Right.
and what it should be today, and that's our thing with restoring the order. A lot of people thought we was just on some street stuff and not understanding that no, restoring the order is us taking the bridges that were burned with bad business decisions and rebuilding them and bringing the Primos and the E-Nesses and the Hollow Mans and the people,
Or even just bringing them out. I feel like not even like as if it was burnt down. I get what you're saying in certain aspects, but I'm saying like as far as Philadelphia has a lot of things that we are responsible for, right? That, and I think it's because the way we all were brought up, that a lot of people in our era shied away from the camera.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you look at, see how they got like the BMF movie?
Yeah.
You hear people speak about different people from Philadelphia that they felt should have movies. And they'll be like, nah, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Or, no, you know what I mean? So I feel like now it's like, that's why a lot of light doesn't get shined on Philly.
Yeah, we never.
Yeah, because they labeled us high risk.
It's not only
for a
necessarily
while.
that. And this is the problem. You have an idea. You see the basket. Take your shot.
Yeah, you got to.
Because see, what we have in Philadelphia is we have guys who are there for the no, you can't do that. I'm here to tell you, do not listen to them guys, Because when you listen to them guys, what that's going to do to you is put you in a position to take steps backwards.
Right.
And that's not where your mind is going to be at. So when you get in a situation where you want to move forward, but you find yourself moving backwards, that means you're procrastinating in a certain area and getting something done. If you don't get that thing done, you can't move on to the next thing, and that may set you back years. So
Talk
whatever,
to him, Staf. Talk to him, Staf.
So whatever. I'm talking about whatever idea you got. Don't listen to the guy that you're going to tell that you're going to be looking for advice. Someone might tell you no, not seeing your vision. Take their advice. Take their advice on what they feel like you need to improve in. Take that advice and move forward. Do not take advice and then have yourself half-stepping. That look good.
This greedy motherfucker is trying to pull out chicken. Look, he like this. He like
hold on, production is over there producing some wings.
Look, he went through the. He tried to pop the tape real slow, and he just had to take that fry off the top. Like, fuck
what you got? What you got over there?
Hey yo, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We love our production team. Because look, this is the type of
yes.
thing, brother. Look, this is what RTO is about. We restore the order, we restore the eats. When you hear that bag in the background, no, there's some grubbing going on. You know what I mean?
You know you want some.
I don't want none.
You know you want some.
No, I don't. This podcast is different because a lot of people are surprised, taken back, and shocked that you even doing a podcast, right?
But why though?
I mean, we know why.
I really don't.
I mean, because they've never seen this side. We've seen this side of you, but they've never seen this side of you, like being so vocal. You get what I'm saying? Like being vocal on a camera, being vocal to the people. I mean, you know, we're from the streets, but I'm just saying, with your background history of just, you know what I'm saying, having your feet on the land and shit like that, they're not used to seeing you be so vocal or even think that you was in tune with music as much. As much as y'all been around music and it's been in your family and all that stuff, they've never seen you this vocal. Why now?
That's a great question. I say now because at the end of the day, right? When you're a part of a situation where you made some bad decisions in life and you were a part of the problem,
right?
You would want to become a part of the solution.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I got little cousins that, you know, I play football. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
And I see them, and I'm like, damn. If they really like had some behind them,
they could go there.
They can do something.
Yeah.
And you know, we from the street, so we used to, you know, trying to get some money. So
yeah.
But we normally put our money behind the wrong things.
Yeah.
So now I just feel like I gotta do this for my family.
Do you feel like because of the perception that they would have of y'all? Because I mean, your whole family is a big religious family. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all come from a background of together and what's the word I'm looking for? Supporting each other, no matter what it may be, right, wrong, and indifferent. And I'm just saying that because it's not like it's no secret. You know what I'm saying? But do you feel like at some points in certain rooms that it will hold you or even your cousins or any of y'all back from doing things that y'all wanted to do? Or do you feel like y'all wasn't even there yet to do it? You just was just...
No, see, I just feel like we were at a point where we were just trying to figure it out, just coming up with a blueprint.
Right.
But, you know, we all strong, like-minded, strong individuals, so
right.
That'll take you a little while.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I mean, once we came up with the blueprint, And one thing about us, we understand what protocol is. We understand what moving as a unit is. We understand what blood thicker than water is.
Right.
We understand what riding right or wrong. But I'm going to check you.
Right.
When we get by
When
ourselves.
we get by ourselves, yeah.
And we can fight, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is our blood.
Right.
We known for bringing the gloves out.
Right. We're gonna get understanding.
Even with each other. You know what I mean? Because that keeps you in order.
Mm-hmm.
That keeps you in line.
Mm-hmm.
That keeps me to be able to tell you, no, you drunk.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Armies were built on that type of
without a doubt.
lifestyle.
See, this goes, but that goes back to, my grandfather, my uncle Sam and my grandfather Spooks, the black mob, this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They had it for whatever reason. They came up with that construct, but they came up with that. You know what I'm saying? And they made all their families live by certain criteria.
It looked like they came. I mean, I could be wrong, but it looked like a lot of the documentaries. Like if we're gonna go there, like a lot of the documentaries and things that were put out about them, it looked like they started out basically defending and trying to basically take care of the family.
Exactly.
And it was more so like they're not going to help us. That other is not going to help us.
Yes.
So we got to help ourselves,
Yes.
and we got to bring it together.
Yeah,
and it was about keeping the black dollar in the black community.
And that's what do for self means.
Right.
Keeping the black dollar in the black community. And that's what we was raised
So
on.
y'all that was instilled in y'all from like birth all the way up.
All the way up.
You know what I'm saying?
All the way up. Because you had institutes like Sister Clay Muhammad. Shout out Sister Clay Muhammad. And there's a lovely brother there that we'll get to you soon. My brother Tone. Tone Poe, we'll get to you soon. He got a lot of good things going on for the community. On Thursday, he gives food to at least 200 families.
Yeah, we just had a talk with him.
We just had to talk to him this week. That's something that we're going to be a part of. I need everybody to come to the masjid. 47 from Walusi. But anyway, it goes back to that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where my family came through those type of ranks.
Right.
You feel me? And with my uncle and my and my grandfather, back then they used to. It's FOIs back. That's how that was how.
That's what it was.
The religion was back then.
Right.
Not as it is now.
Right.
Now we're Aklasuna wa Jama'a.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, that's the origin of where I came from. You know what I'm saying? That type of situation where we had all our aunts and all our uncles and it was a family origin situation. Excuse me. If my grandmother wasn't cooking, my mother was. If my mother was, my aunts. You know what I'm saying? If my aunts, you know what I'm saying? It was my cousins because they kept my cousins in the kitchen with them. This is what you do. We just for generations.
So you're basically saying like everybody was being taught how to
be a family
and be a family.
No, everybody was taught how to be a family.
You'll be a family first.
Yeah,
right.
Because at the end of the day, even if I don't have food, my aunt may have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we gonna bring everything to the table. You feel me?
Right.
And that's where I come from. And this is why that's the example that I try to set. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I keep it family because at the end of the day, I don't really want nobody around me that I got to second guess on any level. You feel me?
Now those steps.
Yeah.
Y'all always on those steps.
Yeah.
Like it's like no matter what's
That
going
porch.
on, the porch steps, the porch, y'all always there.
Yeah.
Like what does that really mean to y'all? For y'all to always be right there, like
see, it means this, right? You know how you wish that you can have something that leave your children? That's what those houses are. If I don't have anywhere to go and it's in the house is available, go ahead.
go there.
Till I get and I want to do whatever I need to do. That's for anybody in my family.
See?
That's for all three of them houses. This is generational things.
Right.
And this is what my grandfather, my grandmother
They
taught
built.
us.
They
This is what they
instilled
instilled in their children, and they instilled it in us.
Right.
So at that point, man, it's like, to me, I love my childhood, man. How I grew up, man.
Right.
I wouldn't take nothing back.
Right. Right.
And when they take you in as family,
We take you
Take
in.
you in.
take you in as family, you
Right.
family forever. I mean, you ain't nobody gonna eat and not offer you a plate. And it's genuine. It's not a thing where somebody is making you feel like less of a person because they're feeding you. They want you to be nourished as a human, and that's what I love about the BEY family. You know what I'm saying? I make jokes about it and always say I'm the only Puerto Rican BEY because
You're the only light skinned one.
yeah, but it's just crazy because you like stop and tell you. Sometimes I would come down and auntie, come on, you gonna eat? We eating, you come in and eat. His mother, me and Staf would be together. His mom making breakfast. Oh, Dutch in the car. Here, take him up a plate out. We Muslim. We're gonna live as Muslims, and you get treated as a brother, a sister when you from that family, and that family love you. You love forever, unless you do something to get yourself put out of that family. And it's very, very hard to do because it's not.
We all make mistakes.
Everybody make mistakes.
Everybody make mistakes.
So if you do something crummy, you deserve to be banished from anything. But one thing about that family loves each other unconditionally, wholeheartedly. It ain't a place that I've been. Jail, street, anywhere, and that family's around, and they ain't take care of me.
Speaking of you, I've watched you, right? From shit. How old was you when we met?
14, 1994.
Yeah, you was 14 when I met you. You went from being a solo artist to being in one of the biggest groups, to come out of Philadelphia, to being in a group with Spade, to being a solo artist, to being on the road with Little Kim, to being an actor, to having great relationships. And then there was that moment that came, right? Where things kind of changed for you, right? And guess what? Everybody goes through trials and tribulations, ups and downs, including myself.
Everybody.
And there was a space, I call it the blank space, because when we down, sometimes we never know what we do until we really clear of everything to be able to see what we do. But I see you now. I see the change. What made you wake up and just change?
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it the real as I can. The first person to ever show me what love was, or how to care for something. The Lord of my understanding came back, and the analogy I use is Allah only picks the most beautiful flowers. When his crops become low, he's going to need seeds. So he came back and got my Umi as a seed so that other beautiful people can grow in this world. That's the way I look at it. And when I went through that, it was a shock, like a culture shock for me, because I'm so used to doing music or being happy and you know, I'm a family person too, you know what I'm saying? I love my children. Before music, my first love was family. That's where music came from with me in '88. Me and my brother did our first song, and we would perform the record at Thanksgiving dinners at grandma's house and things like that. So it just kept going on and on. And my father from Puerto Rico, he came here basically with nothing. Would build drums in the house. My father played percussion, so he played a conga drum. Right. So I was brought up to the beat of a drum. When that incident happened with my mom, the drums was gone. I couldn't hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't hear me breathe. I couldn't smell air. I couldn't see the colors of the world look different to me. When I would come outside, I would look at things and it would just look black and white. And it's crazy. And people would think that I was capping when I say it. Staf, at my darkest moment, called me one day and was like, bro, I'm coming to get you. I'm on Aramingo Avenue. Our production team lives in the house my mom died in. They live there. This house where I took care of my mother for 2 years and watched her go from 175 pounds down to 114 pounds and stop breathing in this house. I'm sitting in the crib one day, I'm losing it. I'm talking about losing it. I'm losing everything. I wasn't the best husband I could be. I wasn't the best dad I could be. I'm talking about I'm getting high as the cable bill just because I can't feel. I'm numb to the things that are supposed to make me feel. Family, this, that. And Staf came and got me and took me to his spot out, by where we was at. I don't want to put it out there, but we was
the condo.
The condo.
You tell him the condo though.
He sits me down at the table, and me and Staf have always had this relationship as to where when you love somebody, you tell them, to take a look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, is you the one that's bullshitting? And I was bullshitting. And Staf was like, bro, you got to do this, you got to do that. Now, it didn't instantaneously happen right away, but that was the beginning of me transitioning into what's now. And what's now is I wholeheartedly believe that there is a purpose for me in this industry that I've been in so long to be the best dutchie man that I could be. And that's what happened. I saw darkness.
You mean Antonio?
I saw darkness. I looked and I seen that the light was real small, and as I kept getting closer to it and closer to it, it just kept opening and opening and opening and opening and opening. And by the time I got to that light, I was restoring a motherfucking order, man.
No, you better know it. It's crazy because I remember when Ye passed away. When Superstar Ye passed away.
My dog, my big cuz.
And you called me.
Love you, bro. I miss you, bro.
Man, we love you, Ye.
Bro.
And when you called me, you was like, Knox, our brother gone. And I'm like, what? And I was like, I was fucked up. I was already mentally fucked up because I had already lost my grandmother on my dad's side. My brother was like my brother Meech. Sam. My aunt passed from cancer. And I'm just like, Dutch, I can't do this. And you said to me, you like, Knox, you gotta come down here. They asking for you, where you at? And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come. I know I had to get you off the phone. And I just sat there, and the first thing I did was, I went in my phone, and I put in Ye name, right? In the Instagram, and I looked at our last messages. And I just bust out crying, because I'm like, I can't do it. I did too many funerals already. And I just couldn't stomach myself to do another one. It's like my whole body was just like literally shut down. You know how it's like everybody just look at you to be he all right.
Yeah.
He good. He could do it. I couldn't. I couldn't do it. So a lot of things that was transitioning with me, there was nobody for me to talk to. You know, or I just wouldn't talk to him. You see what I'm saying? So I would pull myself back, and I would kind of just go into like a shell, right? And when I go into the shell was so bad that I had to be by myself, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I got kids. I'm not gonna hurt me, but I'm gonna hurt somebody.
I'm gonna tell you this, right? Jay, my mom Joan was like, that Joan, I'm talking about, bro, broke me to the point where, like, last month was my mom's birthday. So I go from October 18th, right, to November the 11th, where she gone. Ye was there for me around that time. You know what I'm saying? Ye there for me. Bro, like getting that call, and they like, Ye gone.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, we know that we gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, we gotta go.
Not now.
And bro, I'm trying really like honestly, bro, with lawyer, I'm trying to hold it together, because I don't like that. It feel like I'm breaking down, because I don't want to go back to breaking down.
Yeah.
But I love dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I love dude, bro. Like, one thing about it, ain't nobody could say nothing about me or play around with me when it came to that dude, bro.
Yeah.
And Ye, we love you, bro. It'll never be another Ye, bro. That dude was the most genuine. I don't care if we eating a sandwich or whatever.
That shit real.
Boy, if he love you,
He love you.
Every morning he called me, yo, cuz, we go get it. Yo, cuz.
Wipe him down.
We go.
I don't really like that move, cuz.
I remember one day we was going. Woo! Let me go ahead and tell this one, man. They had these sodas, right, in Chester.
Yeah.
Two, like a 1 liter Pepsi.
Yeah.
And he called me one day, right? He like, cuz, yo, I gotta show you something. I'm like, what you gotta show me? Like, cuz, they got 1 liter Pepsis, right? They got 1 liter Pepsis. And Chester, I said, how much is it? He said, $1.25. Right? I said, ain't no way. We jump in the wheel, right? We on the way up. We riding, but we just listening to music and we rapping. And he like, Dutch, play that John, cuz. the John, the John you did. The Conway John, cuz. Play that John. And he always loved my music. He always loved me. But one thing about us, we love to eat. Yeah. I wasn't as big as Ye, but Ye put it down, man. I'm talking about, and he come to the crib, taco night, right? He said, cuz, wifey making the tacos, cuz. I said, Jay, he said, them yums, cuz. I said, what, Ye? He said, the yums, cuz, the peaches, I could taste the cheese, and the sour cream. I said, sour cream, but Ye had his own way of everything doing it. But just to let you know, bro, that's how I got back to me, is understanding that life is short, and we gotta live it, love each other, and do what we gotta do. So that helped me, man. That's what helped me get back to right now, man. Guys like Ye, guys like Staf, guys like you. You know what I'm saying? So I got a question for you, bro. A lot of people question your relationship with 50, right? When did it start? Because I remember us getting ready to sign to him. Me, you, Gil. When did it start?
It started, shit. What year was that? It started early 06, I would say. Maybe like early 06. But you gotta understand, a lot of people don't get it. When I came in, Tony Yayo brought me in. You get what I'm saying?
So it wasn't. It was Fifth, but it was Yayo. That was your guy.
Yayo it still is, but Yayo is the reason. Yayo is the most unselfish artist I ever met in my life. That's next to that man. He's responsible for a lot of people being around, right? And it went through the way of Big Champ and Steve
Shout
Brody.
out Big Champ.
Shout out Big Champ.
And Steve Brody.
And Steve Brody, right? And I had to, they couldn't make it happen for me. They could only put me there, and I had to blossom the relationships. You know what I'm saying? And I did that. You know, at that time, Game was going crazy on them, and they was, you know, it was a lot going on. So, you know, it's like the streets. When something going on, you know, a nigga might be trying to get on the block. You're like, what the fuck you talking about? We ain't trying that shit right now. We going through it with these niggas over here. Like,
yeah, so you sliding or providing, homie?
That's it. So I had to build the relationship, and I honestly never thought that it would be like this.
Because you ended up with G Unit Philly.
Yeah. G Unit Philly came because, and I'm gonna be honest, and I always been honest with this story, whether people seen it or not. G Unit Philly came about because I was in the office with Tony Yayo. I was in the office with 50 Cent. And 50 Cent liked a lot of rappers from Philly. This isn't the YouTube days. This is when you had all of these guys that from Reed Dollars to Joey Jihad to NH and Vodka, all these guys, Cheek Raw, rapping on YouTube. And
shout out all them guys.
And they would watch it. He would watch. I mean, like, bro, he would watch it and he knew the verses. Like Frankie with the Grippers. Like, he liked it, all these guys. But it was so many that he didn't know how to really grab them. So it was like, yo, I think this is what you should do. You should go and get these guys, right? Or, you know, and pull them in together. And I said, okay, how do I do this? Because everybody got their own thing going on, right? And I'll never forget it. I came back and I reached out to everybody, right? You know, to be honest, when people hot on the radio, they feel like they don't need to attach themselves. They want to do their own shit and do it their own way. Right. And then, you know, you had some that had managers that had money behind them, and some might have been in jail. And I ended up getting with some brothers from Red Brick Entertainment from Frankfurt, which was Vegas and Kodak. And then me and Tone Trump used to cross paths all the time, and I ended up pulling him in as well. So I had an old head who had a studio that he couldn't really do as much anymore. T-Life, you know, it's my old head. I love him to death. Oh, man, I love T-Life. And I came in as
shout out T-Life.
What the fuck do you?
Yeah, I came in as a partnership, and I actually took over the studio. He went home, and I started to take over the studio, and I made that our hub. It was on Delaware Avenue, literally across the street from where the casino, when the casino wasn't even built yet. They just gated it.
No, I remember.
And we was there every day, and it was like, yo, you don't even got to go home. Just don't nobody go to jail, even though I ended up being the one to go to jail. But we worked and worked and worked, and we put the music together, and a lot of people didn't want to support us because they felt like it was a lie. They felt like it wasn't going to happen. And they believed at that moment, like DJ, goddamn, Ace McLeod,
Click clack.
Click Clack came in and hosted that fucking mixtape and put his name on the line for me during that mixtape at a time where everybody was unsure of, is 50 really fucking with Mike Knox? Because the internet wasn't as strong yet. We were still in the MySpace.
Yeah, right.
Just starting to go to YouTube.
Bullshit.
Type
AOL, internet.
Yeah, like it wasn't.
slow internet.
It wasn't there.
It wasn't there. Yeah,
There was no World Star, none of that yet.
Yeah.
So a lot of us Philly guys, we was the reason for the YouTubes. People start rapping on them and all that. And you know, they was taking y'all old clips from DVDs and uploading them to YouTube.
Yes, they was.
You know what I'm saying? Music and freestyles and all that. So
You know how I realized that Fifth was so tapped in? When he did
y'all joint over.
He did,
when he did
if you want it over. And I'm like, Spade, 50 Cent rapped over our beat on a mixtape. And
That's how
I didn't
you knew it
even
was a
know
joint.
he was that tapped in.
He was he's
Then
very
I
tapped in.
realized. Then when I got a chance to meet him, because remember you
Right.
introduced us
At Powerhouse.
and I walked up on him and I said, I know something that you don't know. That I know.
Yeah.
He was like, what's that? I was like, a pimp ain't a pimp without no mother.
And for the record, let's be clear on something about that day. I want to clear something up for you that we never talked about. That I know became an issue that day that people thought wasn't real. But 50 Cent asked for you to go on the stage with us that day.
Yes, he did.
You didn't ask him. You didn't jump on the stage unexpectedly. He asked. See, what people don't understand about that day, he knew.
Hold
that
on.
day.
What day was this? You skipped
Powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
So I'm gonna tell you what time this was. This was at the moment that him and Kanye West was doing a thing. Both of the albums was coming out.
They was coming at the same time.
Kanye was on that.
They
that
use it as a
Don't drop when I drop.
Yeah, they
joint.
use it as a
That's
joint. Use it as a promo.
And the surprise was Fifth, right? And I think this is around the time when I think Cosmic Kev started to understand that he got a relationship with them, right? And so we came, and one of the things that happened prior to, in that situation with you was, Cassidy was dissing 50 in them.
See, I didn't know that.
Prior to that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He had a diss record out and did some shit in the video. I mean, he was just riding for his crew, and he actually came backstage and sat down and talked to Fifth, right? And that was done. I remember Cassidy said to me, "Yo, Knox, thank you," because
yeah, you did bring it. I remember
was right there.
It was like an odd moment, and then it was an odd moment,
and then they had a conversation
because Trey Songz was there. That
it was
day.
a lot of people
there
that
people
day.
back there that
And
day.
then,
and that was the day that
was the day that
bullshit.
That was the day
Gil
that
was
Cassidy and
arguing.
Gil.
Yeah.
And with that situation with Cassidy and Gil, this when AR Ab really, I would say, he was always a street nigga, but I'm saying, I think that's when AR Ab started to really voice, because he was like, yo, look at that nigga right there. It was like kind of put Cass on a front joint, all the shit you've been talking, there you go right there. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna stand on business or what?
I think Tudor had left, and it was like me and a few other people there, and Ab and them was deep. You know what I'm saying?
They was at least 40 deep.
They was like 40 deep. I don't even know how the fuck they all got back there.
They got back
but
that motherfucker.
They was back there, and Gil ain't do no backing down.
No.
He popped his shit like, nigga, what's up? And I'm like, no, this ain't going like this.
Yeah.
And I got in the middle, and I poured Gil and Cass into the room.
Yeah, and I was there talking to Ab.
Ab
Bump cousin Ghost.
Because Ab was my nigga.
Yeah,
like, I always fucked with Ab. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was like, Ab really was more so on the tip, like, damn, he really, because we all from, one thing about Ab, when y'all from the same neighborhood, Ab was a Erie Avenue guy, man. He loved Allegheny Avenue, Erie Avenue, and one thing I can always say is, no matter what with Ab, he's always been a straight shooter when it came down to, if he fuck with you, he fuck with you.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was no in between.
It was never no in between with that guy. And the city is missing guys like that right now. So free AR, because he was one of the catalysts for niggas not robbing Philly in the music business.
But definitely that day, shit just could have got ugly with all kinds of situations.
And everybody thought that I had like I was on some just some other shit. But Fifth
No, he really
stage. He was
invited
like, "No,
Dutch
come
on
on."
stage because the only ones who was on stage was me, Dutch, and Hollywood. Right now, Hollywood is an artist that Fifth liked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was nice.
And Fifth wanted, right? Originally, Hollywood met 50 Cent through Charlie Mack. This is the truth.
That was Charlie Mack.
This is the truth. He rapped for him, and Banks liked him and all that. I don't know how it got a space between it after that, but all I know is it came to me, and I took Hollywood back up there.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was there, you know what I mean? And somewhere in the mix of it, me and Hollywood kind of, that's like the only situation out of any situation I kind of take fault for. Because I could have pushed for him more, but I kind of didn't. I don't know where we kind of went wrong at, but me and him talked about it. But Fifth really liked him, but I think it was a situation where Fifth didn't push because his loyalty was to me. You get what I'm saying? And it wasn't a jealous thing or nothing like that. It just, you know,
he was doing what he knew.
right. And I think I started to think about me a little bit more. But in all honesty and all fairness, I wasn't ready yet.
Right.
I wasn't ready yet as far as
Having a hit record. Yeah.
having a hit record. I wasn't ready because I was still in the streets very hard because rap wasn't making me no motherfucking money. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I was just on what I was on. You get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think I had to do all of that shit. Like, you know, the way we was brought up in this shit, we wasn't thinking about a lot of things.
It was a lot of independence.
It was a lot of independence. We had to say something to do what we wanted to do.
We didn't have social media. We didn't have.
We didn't. But Cheek Raw is also another artist that I took up there. Right?
I didn't know that.
I took Cheek Raw to 50 Cent myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I took Cheek Raw to 50 Cent. I took Reed Dollars to 50 Cent. I took Cree Forts to 50 Cent. I took Jordan Banks to 50 Cent. I took a lot of people up there.
Oh, he ain't like Jordan Banks?
No, I'm gonna tell you what happened with that.
Yeah.
Jordan Banks was a writer, R&B artist, writer, right? And he was under Mark and Sherm with the production of Dre and
Shout out
Vidal,
Mark and Sherm.
right?
Again.
Gotta shout them out.
Right, and he was doing writing for different artists and things like that.
So he was out that Dre and Vidal camp. Like
Yes.
he was in that off of Ridge Avenue studio time.
Yeah, the studio down right off the Spring Garden.
Yeah.
Right? And that's another segment. I know we are. No. This is enough.
I was just saying what the fuck is studio?
The infamous
No. Another episode.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I used to always see Jordan in the studio. Not Jordan.
Where you go, Kev?
Oh my God! Listen. So we're not talking about Jordan Banks. Just so y'all know, we're really not. We're really not. So I'm not getting that shit. So Jordan was a writer, and I'm like, yo, you so fucking talented. You so talented. He wasn't trying to be an artist. He was just set to be a writer at that time. And I was like, yo, man, I want to take you to 50. And we was so cool, but I don't think nobody really believed that I had the end with bro,
the Jews.
with them like that. You know what I'm saying? So I said, yo, we going tomorrow. Now, mind you, there's no lie. Jordan Banks didn't have no fucking money at this time. He didn't have $1 at this time. And there's no disrespect to him. I'm just saying. We go to New York. I keep this in my mind though. We go. So I said, listen, I had a meeting with him to bring somebody else there. I took Jerry Wonder to meet 50 Cent, right? I did both these meetings in the same day. I had Jerry go meet him. So 50 had just did this record called Definition of Sexy. And he wanted me to hear it. And Jordan was in the room with me. He played the record. I tapped Jordan. I said, start singing something. Just hum over it. I don't give a fuck what, just trust me, just hum over it. and he started doing it. At the time, I think 50 was finding a new sound of what he was doing.
Right.
So when he heard him, he like, oh, he crazy. He like, say that again. And he started, I'm like, telling you, Fifth, put him in the studio. He said, yeah, he going to the studio now. And he had the A&R at the time book the studio time and take Jordan Banks to the studio to lay vocals over the record.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't go because I had Jerry Wonder coming to the office to meet with him.
Right.
So I said, I'm not gonna go. He like, what? I'm like, nah, just go, just do it. So he there like, what I'm gonna do? You're not here. I'm like, bro,
Just
do
sing.
you.
Do you.
Trust me, he gonna love it.
Yeah.
He like, all right. So he did it. He came back. He played it. He went fucking crazy, right? Now, mind you, I know in my mind, we came up here, but Jordan don't have no money. I said, Fifth, he in a production deal with my people that I fuck with. I said, but right now, he don't have no money. He said, what? He said, I got him. I said, all right. Listened to the song about 4 or 5 more times. And nigga went in his bag, got some money, and he gave it to him. Right? We left on a ride back. He couldn't believe what the fuck just happened. I took him back to South Philly, to the projects, and dropped him off. That was the start of what it was for him. But he had...
Excuse me.
Yes, here it is.
Hold on, excuse
Here it
me.
is.
Where Jordan Banks from? Where you dropped him off at?
South Philly.
Where at?
Down the P.
Where?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. The P for the record.
At the time, he had things coming, but they wasn't out yet. You know what I'm saying? And then there was another record that he ended up doing with him. It was called Winning Circle.
Oh, okay.
Right, he did that record. And then I had a record that I A&R'd for 50 that was called Major Distribution, featuring him, Snoop, and Jeezy on. Things were starting to kick up for me, and then that's when I got indicted and went in. You know what I'm saying? So it's so crazy because there's so many different stories that the good ones. I remember he had a record called New Day, right? And this particular beat was produced by Dr. Dre. But for some reason, I think Alicia Keys had a version of it as well that was done. And I guess it came back and it was some type of issue, and I'll never forget it. Rest in peace to Chris Lighty.
Rest in peace, Chris.
Oh man, big Chris.
Shout out Chris, man.
We was in the office. I was in the office with him and Chris Lighty, and a conversation needed to. They was going to have a meeting with Alicia Keys. So I'm sitting at the office, and he like, yeah, we out. We going over there, and I'm like, all right. He like, come on. Okay. So we get in this Bulletproof truck. Now, if anybody will tell you this, when he would ride Bulletproof, if he didn't fuck with you, you didn't get in his truck. You couldn't get in his truck.
Or you in the John that's getting the
You're not getting in his truck.
No, I'm saying you in the unbulletproof truck. If you
you in whatever the fuck you came in. But I was in the Bulletproof truck and Chris was in the Bulletproof truck. We all rode together and we went to Alicia Keys' studio. And the crazy thing about it, this is when I realized how strong Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats was. Swiss was in I think Japan or some shit at the time. And Swiss' uncle was my nigga, right? And while we were there, she was in the other room. She wouldn't even see us until Swiss called on FaceTime from Japan, right? And that's no slight.
No.
That's
Well,
respect.
you know he's Muslim, right?
Yeah, but it's no slight. It's I'm just saying the respect factor of what it was.
That's
proper.
Proper procedure being a Muslim woman,
right? And they went and had the meeting, and Fifth, I think from my understanding, he agreed to them just rocking out with the record. You know what I'm saying? And that was a moment for me because it's like, yo, I'm here with Chris Lighty and Alicia Keys. Like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? You see what I'm saying? So it was like certain things that were happening is what was sharpening me. I was being there when certain things were going down. Like I'm saying, like good shit, like deals, like film deals, before it was like where it's at now. Like he's turning shit down. Like you know what I mean? Like another thing, Beanie Siegel. Like I took Beans there.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? But you know he knew Fifth. They all knew each other. They had a relationship and had that conversation before. But when it came back around, I was the one to make the connection. And
hold on, we ain't gonna skip past another person that you with some braids that you helped that you introduced to 50 Cent as well though.
Oh, Meek Mill.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember we was at the office. We was at his unit office. I'll never forget this. And this was Meek wasn't signed yet, and they started to play his record. Now this person's name I'm not going to say because I don't want to throw somebody under the bus. But a particular radio station, a DJ in New York had played a Meek Mill's record, and he wasn't signed yet.
Yeah, right.
And the person that runs shit over there said, "We're not doing that." On some, don't play that fucking record.
Yeah.
That's how his name came up in the room when we was all talking.
Yeah, but why not pay the record? Why were
He
they
wasn't signed to nobody.
But
And he was from Philly. That's just what it was. I don't know what they thing was.
Yeah.
I don't know if they felt like it was something going on. But
Hold on.
I'm just being real.
Here he go knocking on the fucking door again.
Hold on. I feel some geographicalness going on.
I think it was very geographical, but I'm just telling you, I don't think it was just about him. I think it just was like, I see what you're trying to do, but no. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was how his name came up, right? And this was when we all was the Batcave Boys.
Oh wow.
This was then.
That was then.
This was then.
So the Batcave Boys was you?
Was me, Gil, Meek, shit. Black De Niro, we was the ones that was there like every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Rockland
saying?
Street,
Then
right?
8 Gang.
Ooh.
Was it
Yes.
Rockland
Big Ooh.
Street?
Big Ooh. Big Ooh, we adopted him.
Yeah,
It's
shout out Big
Yeah,
Ooh.
but what that was on?
That was up.
8th and Rockland, right?
No.
No.
That was when Rug was up, he was uptown. He was up off of Broaden, like off of Champloss and all that, in that back block, on the back block.
Right.
Under
That
the train
wasn't-
station.
Was the block?
That wasn't
Back-
Back in Bound, was it?
No.
No.
See, the one y'all talking about downtown, that came after the one that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay,
this was
okay.
the one where we did damn near every appetizer.
Yeah, but that's where it started. And then when it came downtown, that's when we was all really locked in because everybody was coming
This
down
was
there.
prior to 444 building.
Prior to 444, he was up there.
Okay.
Then when he came to 444, it was more because it's like more room. There's more rooms to go in. Everybody down there, right? So
Shout out P Funk.
yeah,
That's my man.
So that was that moment. But at that time, that was the Batcave moment. So I'm like, damn, they talking about me. Like, I said, no, bro, that nigga, he like that, right? So we talking about it, and it's like the program, not the program directors, but the people that work records for Fifth was like, yo, the record is heating up. And it's like, yeah. I'm like, man, when that nigga performed, this at the time when Meek was performing at Powerhouse,
Yeah.
it was
That shit
fucking
was
crazy.
cranking.
Like,
Yeah. You know
me, I don't give a fuck where we at now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
We was around.
I ain't no hater. I'm gonna keep it what it is.
We was
right?
around. Like when he first started like heating up, bro. Like
It was different.
telling you,
It was a different heat
It was
up,
really different.
right? And it was so crazy that it was on YouTube. So I'm telling Fifth, I said, bro, get him. He like, yeah. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, man, when that nigga come out at Powerhouse, they screaming for that nigga like he Jay-Z. He said, man, get the fuck out of here. I said, all right. Give me the computer. I put this on everything I love. I pulled it up. Meek Mill's Powerhouse 2000, whatever year it was, I pulled it up. Boop. I said, look. He looked at that shit. He said, get that nigga on the phone. I called him. He didn't pick up. I called him again. He didn't pick up. Called him again. He didn't pick up. I'm calling this nigga back to back. I'm talking about in that room at that time, it's major niggas in this room.
Right.
At this time when I'm calling him. And one of the major niggas run a label right now. Right? And he used to be at Interscope. He was running Atlantic. I ain't gonna say his name, but I'm gonna tell you off camera. Now, Meek ends up calling me right back. He said, yo, Knox, I was in the shower. I said, look, bro, I'm in New York. I'm sitting here right now. I said, I'm telling you right now, before I put you on the phone with this nigga, I want 10%. Everybody in the room laughing. Because I already know he got who he got. Mm-hmm. But I want silent.
Yeah, you gotta give me 10%.
You gotta give me 10%. You gotta give me, fuck that. So he laughing like, I mean, it ain't nothing until we see what it is. I said, hold on. I gave the phone a fifth. And they might get mad at me for telling the story, but so the fuck what? It's history.
It's history.
And
Good history.
good history. It ain't no bullshit. I gave him the phone, and he said, yo, you making some serious noise out here. Now, mind you, what people didn't know was Meek and Banks was already cool.
Yeah.
They had a record already.
I remember that around that time.
And I want to say that was because of Slow Bucks.
Yeah.
And Bank, I think it was like some shit like that. That they, they got a record together, but it didn't come out yet. Because Banks had records with a bunch of niggas, like a bunch of people. He just moved how he moved. He format how he format. So to make a long story short, he said to him, Banks fuck with you too. Right? So he's like, yo, we got a show. I think the show was on like, it might have been Coney Island or something like that in New York. It was like some holiday shit coming up. And he was like, I'm gonna bring you out. So he's like, all right, bet. So I get back on the phone, he like, Knox, this shit work out. He like, man, it's on. I'm like, all right, bet. I come back. When I come back, Phil Kine calls me.
Mr. Philadelphia.
He say, yo, Meek wanna holler at you. I said, all right, bet. I come down, I holler at him. And his exact words to me was, yo, bro, good looking out. Now, mind you, this was like probably like a week or so, two after. And it's crazy we talking about it now because it was around this time. Thanksgiving and all that. Right? Because he kept saying, like, Phil kept saying, like, I can't, like, his mom made me make sure that he's home for Thanksgiving because he was running so much. Mm-hmm. This early. This is before No Deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I came in the studio, he said, yo, man, I got a lot of love for you. Anybody that's trying to help, especially somebody trying to help me get my mom a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he was just looking at the whole joint.
Yeah.
But he had prior people that he had conversations with to see where he was gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, he made a decision on where he was gonna go, which that was his business. But that's just how that went. And I'm only saying that, with saying all the other things, is because there was never an ounce of selfishness in my body with no artist. Mm-hmm. I felt like if I ain't ready, he is. Mm-hmm. Cause I got songs with all these niggas I'm bringing up here any motherfucking way. So,
and I'm gonna get my 10%.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my
10% in my finest fit.
Yeah, like, come on, we can kick the motherfucking door. Listen, what did Bean say on the record with Eve? We ain't open up the door. We knocked that bitch up off the hinges. We going through the front door. So that I always had that in my head.
So do you feel like you feel like that's you? So let me ask you this, right? Because this me, from me watching your progression from where you were till now. Mm-hmm. You don't feel like that you were put in these certain positions and in these places to set you up to be a CEO?
I think, honestly, at first I didn't see it like that. I just seen it as being that's what you're supposed to do. Where we come from, it's always been hard for us. It's always been like,
but the only
now I see it that way.
Yeah, but the only part about it, see, where we come from is we never put a dollar behind that.
We didn't,
because we were taught when you're in a certain position, that's just what you have.
That's what you have to do.
That's what you got to do.
And for a long time, that what you just said is very true from the beginning. But that bit me in the ass.
Exactly.
But you know what I always seen though, with you, is that they got CEOs, chief executive operators, and then they got niggas like you, CEO, that want to seat everybody on. And that's what I always seen with you, bro. And that's what I always loved about you, is that no matter what, because like I said, it was a time where all of us was on the down side of music, and he had it some kind of way. Me, you, Gil, and a couple other people were supposed to sign over to 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, it happened, but it was an opportunity there where niggas could have fed their families, and it was up and running.
And that's all you really ask for. That's really all you ask for from a friend that's in a certain position. Just give me an opportunity to feed my folks.
Right, but one thing he never tried. Not in my eyes, I never seen you even try to stop nobody from getting to that G Unit door. Like that,
I think the only person I did that with was Hollywood.
I don't know what happened with that though.
We just got.
Who is this Hollywood guy?
It's my guy.
You know what? You know what?
You know when you see him.
When he used to
to
rap though, he used to have like a Jay-Z type of
flow. But you know what? But see, you know, at the end of the day, like, people won't say it, right? People won't say when another artist makes them feel away.
Right.
They're kind of like just
in the aspect of what though?
Just like, this where I'm trying to be, but you getting more attention than I'm getting right now where I'm trying to be. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it be certain instances where you'll be like, damn, like how you get to
like
that,
how did that
before
right.
me?
Like how's this happening? And I'm things I'm trying to move over here. They moving like that, but when you come, it's like, and instead of me just getting behind them,
you know. But listen, we are all Muslims here. We have to always remember and put Allah first, and we have to always remember that what is for you is for you. What you're going to get is what you're going to get. It's already decreed, and the only thing that can change the decree is the du'a, and the du'a is between you and your Lord. So you would have to do your due diligence in regards to getting closer with Allah. Allah, the only one can change decrees.
Right.
And with that being said, Staf, it's two things that I want to touch on. Right. We did an episode and with Hollow Man and Ness, and I shouted out Marcus Graham. Right. But I didn't shout out Tino Brown.
You didn't shout out Tino.
And I gotta give Tino Brown his
without a doubt.
Right.
Without a doubt.
The second thing is, I want people to stop asking me about Gilly the Kid and Wallow and this and that.
In regards to what though?
No, why?
In regards to what?
Because everybody feel as though because my brother is successful that he owes me something. He don't owe me nothing but to be my brother.
Exactly.
That's it. Long as when he offer his salat and make his du'as, and I'm a part of his du'as, because I know inshallah that he prays for all of us. When we have family talks and when we have family time, or one of us take a loss and this and that, I know when my mother passed away, Gil was on that phone.
Yeah.
I know when he lost his son, I was by his side. Lava, everybody, etc., etc. No man don't owe another man a goddamn thing.
I just put a post up saying that.
So stop with the why Gil ain't come back, because he don't owe nobody nothing. That man money is that man money. Now if he choose to come back and say, yo, I'm a alhamdulillah. If he don't, alhamdulillah. That's just be bothering me, is that these guys, these entitlement junkies, feel as though everything another man do, he's supposed to give another man. No, that man worked for that.
You know what's so crazy? Meet Cosmic Kev, right?
Shout out Cosmic.
Shout out to my big bro, Cos.
Without Cosmic Kev, and I say this and I always say this, there would be no Mike Knox.
No.
For sure.
There would be a lot of none of us.
That shit.
But I'm saying
it'd be none of you.
I'm gonna tell you. None of us. I'm gonna tell you the difference why. Because I always keep it 100, even if it could hurt me. I don't be caring. because I'm just speaking my truth. I feel like it would be with y'all. When it come to me, I was never the lyricist type, right?
Right.
I was more so like, just, I'm doing this shit, I love it, but I'm not sitting here doing no 100 bars and all this crazy shit. Y'all was working at a capacity level where it was gonna happen, but Kev was putting so much weight of shine on y'all that it was determined, but y'all was still doing what other artists wasn't doing, because you gotta think about all the rappers that he played, but they wasn't going to them labels.
Right.
They didn't have them connections. They wasn't being pulled up there. So they would heat up here, but then go back down. Kev is the reason why I know how to make songs.
Wow. Yeah, because he'll tell you, I can't play.
Bro, I'm telling you, Cosmic Kev is the reason why Mike Knox know how to make a record. Every freestyle, when I first started doing freestyles, as soon as he pressed play, if he ain't like it, he would go fucking crazy. I'm talking about, listen, he would be like, no, like, why would you rap over this beat? Because he was so excited for me that he seen something me I ain't seeing myself. So what I would do is I would sit back and I would listen to shit he would play. Or when I'm with him, I would see what he play in his car.
Right.
I'm not listening to the rapper, I'm listening to the beats.
Right.
I'll tell you off camera what type of beats he really like, because I don't want these niggas to have one up. But I learned that. I said, oh, I got your ass now. So now when I'm going in, it's format. I learned everything from him, and I learned one thing from DJ Ran that fucking just locked it. He said, Ran said to me, DJ Ran said to me, he said, yo, when you go in the studio, what you do? I said, I put the headphones on and I fucking record. I said, He said, take one ear off.
I do that every time.
So you can hear your tone. You don't hear your tone over the beat.
Yeah, because you're always going to be a tenth of a second behind.
I said, oh, and I tried it.
Well,
And once I did
millisecond. It's just like that little millisecond that can
you-
change your tempo.
But even our vocals is notes.
Yeah, our
So you
vocals
gotta-
is an instrument.
It's an instrument. There it is. It's an instrument. So you
Yeah.
gotta be able to fine tune. Yeah. Like if you didn't say, if my watch wasn't rolling, if you didn't say that right,
It when it came on.
it wouldn't have came off right.
No, I didn't. I just, you know what's so crazy though with that?
No,
just to
nigga,
touch on
you
it
was
real
different.
quick. I didn't know. I just, you know
No.
what I wanted to do? I just didn't want Spade or Gil or any of my friends to be better than me on the joint. So
Yeah,
it was so
I was telling you.
competitive. It was just like we was shooting jumpers, right? And I wasn't gonna miss. And
That
I know
was-
because we was on Kev. So listen, when I'm on Cosmic Kev, you gotta remember too, Kev will cut your shit off.
Yes, you will.
You be the corny nigga on the joint. You hear? You be like, yeah, I went this way, and that shit'll be like this.
Right.
He didn't play much shit, and it'll just be that way. You know what I'm saying?
But when he did play, he knew what to play from everybody.
Yeah, he definitely
right?
did.
And I'm just saying that because like we're in a different time now, right? And for years, we talking about 20-something years in this industry of us being on radio, of us having a name.
Yeah.
All of us. So if you really think about it, if you look at major figures, if you look at State Property, if you look at the Reed Dollars, the Joey Jahaz, the Meek Mills, the 8 Gangs, all of us really grew up together in this shit.
Yeah, we did. Especially us.
We maybe not from the same neighborhood. We grew up together in this shit.
But music brought us the fuck together.
So this brings me to my point.
Yeah, because the studios where y'all spent the most of your time, and y'all was it.
Right.
Y'all was all there together.
and you had to go where the best studios was at.
Yeah.
And Batcave happened.
And you had to go where the best competition was at.
So this brings me to my point where we talk about the Meek Mill, Mike Knox, and Garcia situation.
Right.
Right? It's like you can't, when you know somebody's good at something, you can't play with them. Right? However it got where it got, it went there. But I knew when I went and I did a record that I couldn't be playing. Because this is a rapping motherfucker. he could have came back and said one bar and finished, right? He could have. He could have said something that just was so there that's just like, yeah, okay.
You got to be ready.
You know what I'm saying? And he still could have looked at it and said, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? But I had to take myself back to the person at the table with the cereal box that Jay used to say. Somebody somewhere right now at the table eating the cereal box with his motherfucking notepad, pen and pad, and he ready for me. Because he's won his shot, right? And it wasn't about a shot. That record more came from me being mad, me being hurt, and me dealing with all the shit I was already dealing with, right? Me seeing Garci was me getting out on somebody that we got years of this.
A rapport,
everything. You know what I'm saying? And I put him in the middle of it, like he could talk to me, he could talk to him. That's how I viewed it, right? Then everything goes the way it goes. So now I got to a place in my life and in my age, and after seeing so much transpire, that I had to check myself. Because you can be right about something, but you can also be wrong about some parts in that too.
No, the only part,
Right?
go ahead.
The
only part that you be wrong about is how you approach the situation. That's it.
That's the part I'm talking about.
That's it.
When how you approach. What I'm saying is, it's still a wrong. Is what I'm saying. Like
it depends, bro.
No, I'm talking about the part of the wrong that we ain't be talking about. You just keep listening to what you just said. You said the only way you wrong about it is the way that you approach it.
Yeah.
If I didn't approach it a certain way, we wouldn't be at a certain place.
Right, your anger
but
exceeded your intelligence for 1/10 of a second.
But hold on. But were you right within your anger though?
Yes.
Okay, then you had every right to feel how you wanted to feel and approach whatever situation how you wanted to approach it at that point. Because at that point, it's not about the wrong. It's about what got you to this point.
To that point. Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now if you went to the deep end, like right then and there, then yeah, you in it wrong. Because your intelligence didn't supersede your feelings,
right?
But other than that, one situation happened, then another one. It was a build up. It wasn't a build up. It wasn't
just a straight shoot.
Yeah,
right. But all in all, for me, and he's 1,000% right. But for me, when I sit back as the person that I am and the person that I always been. I never been the one to be on that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, my crew I hold down. I always frontline everything. Always the wild card. We all got stories about each other. We know. We know what this is. When do we get to that point where it's enough? You get what I'm saying?
I mean, sometimes you got to take the high road.
Right. So now.
No, I see.
No, he gotta say this. I want him to say this because this is what we need.
See. There's a difference between these roads that's high and that's low, though.
Talking,
because you taking the high road doesn't necessarily empower you at that point.
There you go.
It don't.
No,
because when you taking a high road, you're taking your leverage of power away from
you. Yep.
Because all right, if somebody start with you, you can either crush them or give them an out.
Yeah.
So if you're not giving them an out, you only have one other alternative. And if you're not really ready to go that route, now you're stuck here. Right. And when you're stuck here, it brings you down from where it makes you overthink how you should address this person, and it makes you overthink how a situation made you feel, because you're trying to think for both of y'all when you should be thinking for yourself. he's the violator, not you.
Right.
You feel me? Now, if you want if you want to give him a stern talking to, like, listen, this is and that. All right, cool. Or you may want to do something else. All right, cool. But we all have to understand that there are repercussions for everything.
Every action.
Everything.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
That's real shit.
So my thing with you and with that situation, it was that, all right, it wasn't at a point where anything happened.
Right.
I'm taking it as, you know, everybody is grown up adults. You know, we you know, words. You talking shit. I'm talking shit. All right, cool. That ain't really about nothing.
Right.
I don't care about what motherfuckers say about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I never did, and I never will, and I will never let any type of chink in my armor come in regards to somebody. Oh, this person said this and that. As long as you can say it to my face too. But I'm just saying, there's repercussions for anything that you do and that you say in this world. But back to that.
Yeah.
I called you. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
you did.
Because it was just getting to a point. Because I like I said, I called TP. I'm like, what's up with Mike Knox, bro? He like, no, I talked to him, this and that. But I'm like, no, it's something else allegedly going on. He like, I don't know nothing about it. So I'm like, all right, just call me when you hear something. He ain't called.
Right.
So I called him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, like, fuck that, this or that,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. He like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. I ain't trying to hear nothing. I'm like, all right.
Giant.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right, bro. So boom. So I called him. I'm like, man. I can't really let this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get nowhere because other people calling me. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, bro, try to. I mean, so once I really got him to calm down and try to figure out like what was going on. I'm like, yo, it just seemed like it's some playing somewhere. Some playing is going on somewhere.
Right.
You feel me? And then he figured it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, that situation, man, was just a situation where I just feel like he taking up for his homie, and I just feel like I was taking up for my homie. You feel me? But me, the only reason I felt like I needed to say something because it took me a while to say something about that situation.
No, it did.
You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't wanted to make it seem like I'm getting in the middle of something that I ain't had no business.
Yeah.
But I made it my business to try to rectify the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he, you know what I mean? Once he said what he said, I said what I said, and then, you know, stuff escalated. We had some words or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we talked, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't nothing but a miscommunication. Dude is actually an alright dude, you feel me? I never heard nothing nutty about him per se, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? It was just an unfortunate situation that got rectified. You know what I'm saying? Two niggas that, you know what I mean? Two real niggas came together, had a conversation, and deaded the situation before it got anywhere.
Yeah.
And I feel like today with the youngins, I can do the same shit, bro.
I do the same because we had to talk. Me and Garcia talk. You know, a lot. People don't know because it wasn't on the internet. It wasn't for the internet.
Yeah.
But we had a conversation and we had a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? We got an understanding between each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what was needed at the end of the day.
So everything
is
righteous.
Is where it's supposed to be.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
let's keep this shit real.
Yeah, like
back in the day, man. Like when G's was out here, and niggas know what I'm saying. It was respect. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wasn't just. Soon as something happened, niggas taking it straight there. You feel me?
Yeah.
Niggas sat down, had conversations. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got with other niggas, and you know what I'm saying. Sat down, had conversations because, like I said, back in the day when I was young, you know what I'm saying. I would, you know, at a certain age, I was calling a dime for certain wars in South Philly to be ceased. Niggas sitting on the carpet in them houses on Tasher Street. Niggas, I'm talking about niggas from all over in South Philly. I'm talking about niggas is dying.
Yeah.
I'm calling down for these dudes to sit down and so we can make a lot, so we can come
Figure
together and figure this out and come to some
That was deep.
and come to some order. You feel me?
Yeah.
So let me say this, guys. I want to really, really bring this to a forefront. I am elated at what we doing right now with this
Not for sure.
podcast. Couldn't ask for two better hosts to continue doing what we doing. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta like, follow, and subscribe.
And for future references, guys, let's keep restoring the motherfucking order. Forget about it.
Fuck it, we going fly. You know what I mean, Mizzle? You know what I mean?
We want y'all to keep tuning in, subscribe, right? Like, support us,
And share.
and share, man.
Hey man, listen man, I want to give a special shout out to my pop, man, because I just feel like my pop don't get the flowers that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? Because
But we gotta bring him up here so he
We're
can
going to
get
take
him.
care of that.
for sure. I already talked to him and let him know. But my dad and my family been having Point Breeze Youth Development League for 25 years. Inshallah, it'll be 26 coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like it's time for him to
Speak his piece.
speak his piece, man.
We
Because
love you, Uncle Kenyatta.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's do it.
Love you, Pop, man.
Let's do it.
But yeah, man.
I see you soon, homie.
Keep helping us restore the order, man. Anybody that want to
Absolutely.
get on this show, DM us, and if you qualify, you get on here and we do some good. due
just
diligence, man.
know when you hear me speaking, you see my mannerisms, you see my charisma, you see, how I carry myself. Just know it's coming from Mona Madison Bay and Kenyatta Fitzgerald Bay. You know what I'm saying? So
Let him know it.
Other than that, fucking forget about it. Let's do what we gotta do.
I am your boy Mike Knox.
I'm the Dutchie man.
man, hey man, it's in the blood.
Baywatch.
It's like,
We start the order. We'll see you on your next episode.
Let me get some more of that chicken.